Yo, look at this. Let's go. It's delicious. What's up, guys? Have you seen this video? It has 80 million views by a creator named Tini for her Thanksgiving mac and cheese. And there's been a little bit of controversy around it. Most everybody, of course, loves it. There's a few people that I think did not follow directions well, that was not liking it so much. But I'm gonna try it, and we're gonna make it, try it. It's gonna be a process because you have to shred your own 3 pounds of cheese. We got mozzarella, sharp cheddar, and Colby Jack. And I have this tired old shredder. I really need to invest in a new shredder for cheese, but here we go. You ready? Ta-da! Movie magic at its finest. That wasn't that bad really, but definitely could have been easier. I want to say real quick, it's been funny because I've seen some other people make this videos and they're talking about they spent like $100, $120. This cost me $20 to get all the products. It was 3 cheeses, right? Mozzarella, Monterey Jack, or Colby Jack, and sharp cheddar. And then heavy cream, 2 cups of heavy cream, 1 can of evaporated milk, and the kava padi noodles. I'll say them better later. And then I had the seasonings offhand. So $21 for all the ingredients, and it's gonna make a ton of mac and cheese. So next up, here we go. All right, guys, so this is the pasta you want. It is pronounced cavatappi pasta. Basically, it's little spiral pastas, so all the cream can like get inside of it. Basically, I'm gonna show you right now. I even found this nice apron. Look at me, I'm looking festive. That's a little zesty. Anyways, so yeah, cream is gonna go through here. We got 1 pound, dumping it in. All right, guys, for the seasoning, Tini says she measures with her heart. I measure it with a measuring spoon. She said a teaspoon of salt. She said basically a teaspoon of everything, but then when she did the garlic powder, she was like, I'm gonna do a tablespoon of garlic powder. So you know what I'm doing? A tablespoon of garlic powder, because I love garlic anyways. So tablespoon of garlic powder, bam. And then we got the smoked paprika. We're gonna go back to a teaspoon, like so. And then we're just gonna add some pepper. All right, we'll be back in a second for the whisking. All right, now, whisk it up. All right, guys, the roux, the part I'm the most worried about actually. So we got the heat on medium, got 3 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna let this get melted down, and then we're gonna add half our seasoning. All right, guys, our butter's melted. We're gonna add half our seasoning and then cook it for like 30 seconds. So about half the seasoning, and then we gotta move this around for about 30 seconds. So we gotta make sure it's like all mixed up nicely. It's called blooming the seasoning, she said. We are blooming some seasoning. All right, guys, it's been about 30 seconds. Smells really good. We're gonna add 3 tablespoons of flour. I have everything already ready. Now we gotta do this for 2 to 3 minutes because we gotta make sure all the flour is like not clumpy. She said if your mac and cheese is like clumpy, it's like this could be the problem. So we gotta make sure to do this for 2 to 3 minutes. So I'll see y'all in about 3 minutes. All right, guys, it has been about 3 minutes of some vigorous stirring here. And now we're gonna add 1 can of evaporated milk. We gotta add it slowly, like a 1/4 cup at a time. So we're gonna add a little bit in here, and we're supposed to move on to a whisk. So we're gonna put this down, and we're gonna pick up our whisk, and we're gonna start whisking. All right, guys, we're adding the last of the milk in here. Let's see how it goes. I did it in 4 sections. So we're getting the last of the milk in here. And we want like a kind of runny consistency at the end, I think. I feel like my consistency is pretty good. I've been whisking this sucker up. Look at that. That looks really good. That looks pretty much like what she did. At this point, she adds some Dijon mustard, which she said is optional. My wife hates mustard. So we're gonna skip the optional mustard and we're gonna go to heavy cream. So we got 2 cups of heavy cream. Same thing, we're gonna add a little bit at a time. And we're gonna, again, mix this up. We're still on medium heat, she said. So let's start mixing this heavy cream and then I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're at the point where we're adding the last of the 2 cups of heavy cream. I did about half a cup each time, so 4 times. So this is the last of the heavy cream. And then we get to start adding the cheese and all the other good stuff. All right, guys, so this is half of the cheese. It is a ton of cheese. We're supposed to turn it down to low, which I already did. And we're gonna add a little bit at a time. And we're gonna mix it up until that part melts, and then we're gonna add more. So we're gonna add a little bit at a time, mix it, melt it, and then add a little bit more. All right, we got about half of cheese added in. She said you can add your seasoning in, the rest of the seasoning at this point. So we're gonna add the rest of the seasoning in, and we're gonna keep on stirring, and we've still got like this much cheese to put in. So If you want to cook something good, patience is the key. Patience. Guys, I have done my best with this cheese sauce, and we are going to drop in all these noodles now. This is gonna be so full. That is a ton of noodles. All right, so we're just basically gonna mix this in and like fold it on top of itself. All right, I gotta let y'all hear the beautiful creamy sound here. That's right, that's right. If your mac and cheese don't sound like that, you screwed it up. All right, guys, we are at the end. My biggest concern here is that my baking dish is not gonna be big enough for all this pasta. But we gotta try our mac and cheese. Ready? That's really good already. Really good already. Got a great flavor. All right, so we gotta put half of this in. This thing is so heavy. We gotta put half of this in, and then we gotta put a layer of cheese. All right, so here's the other half of cheese. We're gonna start layering, spread a layer of cheese here. We're gonna go for it. It's barely gonna fit. It's gonna fit. It's gonna work out. All right, here we go. Last half, last half. This is so much cheese. That is it. Let's go to the oven. Yo, look at this. Look at this, it's still bubbling. Oh my God, this is Tini's world famous mac and cheese. Holy, let's go. All right, guys, first bite. People get triggered when you go right in the middle. They want you to go right in the side, but nah, we're gonna trigger. We're going right into the middle. We're gonna mess this beautiful thing up. Holy crap, look at this. Look at that cheese pull. Look at that cheese pull. That is a big bite. This is gonna be so hot. Hey, Lincoln. This is gonna be so hot, I'm scared. Let's go! It's delicious! It's so good! That is so good. Oh. Perfection. I'll say it was like 10 out of 10. It is super good. Anybody that made this and said it's bad, you did it wrong. Shout out to Tini. Let's go. Shout out to Lincoln. I love him. All right, people, make this, enjoy it. Good luck.